I'm Aleksandra Dragozet, and I'm the founder of Seagoing Green, and we're an environmental consulting startup. We promote sustainable tourism through sustainable business. So our big mission is to alleviate the negative impacts of the tourism industry on the marine environment by consulting tourism companies with marine-related activities, so diving companies, sailing, yachting, to implement sustainable practices. How it all started, yeah, that's a pretty long story. I have quite an international background. I'm Serbian, Croatian, and then we moved to Canada when I was 1 because of the wars, but we spent all my summers back in Croatia and Serbia, so my parents really made sure I still had contact with the local environments there. We're also from a really small beach town in Croatia, and then my grandparents from a really young age really showed me like the symbiotic relationship between local communities and the marine environment there, and how they respected the environment so much because they actually needed it. And then as Croatia became more and more booming in the tourism industry, we saw this local uproar of local communities because the tourists had this out of sight, out of mind kind of mentality, which really bothered the local communities because they were then left with everything. And so this is kind of what sprouted my love for marine biology and tourism as well. Always had a bit of an entrepreneurial spirit. Now in hindsight I can look at that, but starting the startup and everything was terrifying. It was like jumping off a cliff. I mean, I've always been such an academic, working at research institutes or NGOs and just like being part of a bigger team, and now it was like, okay, no one's really doing this exact thing I'd like to do the way I'd like to do it, so let's just do it by myself. Going from academic to entrepreneur, huge learning curve. I mean, we didn't even have like science in entrepreneur kind of courses or any information from it really. So it was really like, that was definitely the biggest challenge at the beginning. It was just like this gap of knowledge because like you come from this school system, bachelor's, master's, internships, everything's very structured, to this completely unstructured system. In the media, you'll see the refugee crisis on the media, you'll see poverty, hunger, and all of these other things that social entrepreneurs are focusing on. So I think really it's come to a point where you can't ignore it. I think it's also grown to such a scale, and with the power of media, you can actually see it now, because before it used to be like, oh, there's a problem there, but you wouldn't see it. But now you're seeing it. So I think more and more people are getting inspired, like, hey, I can really make a difference now, and I know where the problem is. I can go there and do something about it. I really hope that more and more social and impact-driven entrepreneurs come up, and that also impact investors as well, team up with them so that we can all really make the biggest impact.